Previously on the post offices.
Our young hopefuls are now post officers official. They have passed their tests with flying colours, a phrase I've never quite understood, to be honest. But they have been set up. They've been given their carriage, which is a giant turtle, which carries giant tortoise, dragon tortoise, which carries a carriage on its back. The carriage itself has an extra-dimensional kind of one-bedroom apartment in the beneath, and they have set off to deliver a mysterious package to an old woman who lives to the far north, in the lands north of the Rend. This also is very close to the Gate of Jotunheim, the city of half-giants, where Daya is hoping to find some answers. But we pick up just where we left off, which is as you are kind of setting out from Ankh-Tor. You pull out of the city gates, and your little dragon tortoise is plodding along, occasionally stopping, using its steam breath to reinvigorate the steamwork prosthetic limb that it has. It keeps on marching. You all take turns, sitting outside with the on the front of the shell, keeping it company or staying in, cooking food. We see kind of a time lapse as you travel up over the Killable Mountains, the mountain range where you took your post officials. And as you get up through the pass between two of the mountains, you look for the last time. Many of you at the place you were born, the place that you spend the most of your life, but Ankh-Tor slips out of your sight, and you head down the other side into a fairly lush green valley, kind of following the road along. You go out from a more forested area to rolling fields, and as it gets late in the day, you find yourself looking for places to stay, and you come across the town of Mollybrook, which is a short, small town, the kind of village rather, that wealth is measured in an extra jar of jam preserves or a third pig rather than in expensive jewelry or gold. You at first met with suspicion at the gate. You can see there's a lot more security and fortifications built around this small town than probably we would otherwise find in more peaceful times. But as they see your red brocade coats and posty hats, they open the doors and you find lodgings at a small inn. We're gonna kind of like montage a lot of this traveling, but one thing I will say to kind of give the air to time passing and all of you kind of getting to know each other more on the road, as you sit at this table in the inn, your first day on the road behind you. We're going to share a specific story. So the topic I want you all to share with each other, and you can do this in character or not this, but what was the shitty job that your character had when they were young or younger than they are now, and had to pick up and was just terrible, whether it was in retail or the food service industry or whatever it was. What shit job did you have?
Well, now that we're all a little...
I didn't mean to unmute myself, because I'm just using the one mic, and I completely forgot. I grew up on the ranch, and, I am very close with my mother. She didn't... I was quite a clumsy child, and, she didn't quite trust me with the ranch, and so I was just kind of shoveling poop for 13 years,
Oh my god.
day in, day out.
From what age to what age?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say ooh, ooh, 4 to 17. There was a lot of shoveling, and I was taught young. I picked up many tricks, but man, was it a ooh, that was a bummer. Yeah.
Leverage on that must have been rough. Long shovel, all the way
Yeah.
at one end, your way up from the...
Yeah,
That's
Man.
a lot.
I
You
didn't.
learn techniques though, don't you?
I didn't even really know where I was supposed to be shoveling it, so I kind of just pick it up and just
Fling
put
it
it down elsewhere. But then I'd have to go pick it. There wasn't a spot for it. It
They
didn't.
taught you how to shovel, but not where to place it.
You just put it down somewhere else. You turn around and there it is, and you gotta pick it up again. Oh, I still have nightmares. Oh, reliving it. You know, it's nice to share with some friends, but you know, it's just a little tough going back there.
Sounds rough.
You also have a speaking stone, a little stone that communicates back with base. And Jason, your person behind the desk back at base, your administration officer, is like, dude, that is rough. If I could pat you stoically on the shoulder, I would right now. Just so you know.
Fucking Jason.
What a blessing.
Oh, I was gonna say what? No, go for it. Go for it.
Actually, you know what I can do?
Sorry, I'm just doing some technical things to try and make the audio quality better as we go through this. One sec.
Appreciate it. All good.
Appreciate ya.
Love your work. Love your work.
What about you, Rabbit Folk? You had a story?
Well,
What was your
when it
character's
comes to
name,
being
sorry?
rabbit folk, we don't necessarily have to shovel our poo. So that's good. That wasn't the job that I had. That
good,
wasn't
good.
the job that I had. So that's great. However, we are very small. We are often used to find things when young. And sometimes that can also involve poo. You know, there are pipeways and sewerage systems that we are sent down to find things. And I will never forget the smells that I encountered as a young child.
I love that Zach was expecting retail, and we were like, lots of poo.
Lots of poo.
Lots of poo.
Most about I said that and I think I was wrong because a lot of terrible jobs in a fantasy setting would revolve around the treatment
Where?
of excrement.
We are being
Of waste,
very,
yeah,
we are
no.
being very realistic.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I like.
working in a store that sold things would be one of the best jobs in a fantasy
Luxurious.
Yeah.
It's
Working in
clean.
a shop? Hell yeah.
Shop.
Roof over your head, no shit
Who
on
are
your
you, the
feet.
nanny? The nanny from the hit series, The Nanny?
Friend Rasha?
I
Classic.
would if I
Shit
could.
over my head. I was 4.
I'm just gonna...
I don't know what I've done here. I think I've broken stuff.
I mean, we can
that
hear you, so that's cool.
That sounds equally as rough. I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Thank you, Daya. I appreciate that. It was a rough childhood.
Did you find
Sounds
good
like it.
stuff?
There was sometimes trinkets. Often didn't want to spend enough time to, unearth them, so to speak.
They were quite earthed.
They were quite earthed, Steve. Quite earthed.
Very rooted, you might say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might say that. I would actually, yes.
So Chubby like
Taya,
I
help!
came
I
in
dropped something.
at such
Can-
a strange time. Yeah.
Yes, welcome on in. We're discussing our characters, childhood jobs.
Poop
Lots
origins,
of poo has been involved.
some would say.
Yes. Yes, the origin of poop. Mm.
I didn't deal so much in shit. The situation was quite shit, though.
That's true. Yes.
That's true. Have I talked to you about it?
You were talking. Are we okay? Are we Rin or are we Daya?
No, this is me. This is Rin right now. I also need your name. I forgot it.
Keeley.
Right. Thank you.
It's okay. I would also forget, but this is why I modeled it after a very close person in my life, so that I wouldn't forget it.
Does Daya share with the table, or just keep her cards close to the chest?
No.
I used to. I trained little grommets on the beach in surfing, and I can tell you this: dads really think their kids are going to be ace surfers, like right off the bat, and I will tell you, absolutely not. They are terrible. They are largely uncoordinated, and I had many a father berate me for the actions of his children. Gotta say, not super breezy. Not breezy at all, even.
We've all had our struggles. Seems.
You'd almost classify it as really shit.
Keeley,
Jason.
that's why we're friends. Best friends.
Yeah, friends. Yep, friends. Yes.
I mean, it can be a one-way street, best friends, I guess.
I guess it could be. Apparently.
We're best friends.
That's why I accidentally
Wait, you're
hit
best
mute.
friends with Jason?
We bonded. Yeah.
I have a lot of best friends. It's more of a tier than a title, you know?
Mm.
Everything's just like falling off. It's just one of those days.
I can hear like
He's a children's presenter. Yeah, I used to present shows and little theater productions and all sorts of things for the young ones.
For a second,
I was a
thought you were
young
gonna
one,
say I used
but
to
the younger
present
ones.
children to people for like ritual sacrifices or something. I thought you were gonna go like a
Oh
whole
my
other way.
Yeah.
Oh,
My brain is just always
Okay. No, it's okay.
Wait, yeah, so you do it to yourself.
Oh,
Out of
okay.
character
So
here,
we just swap it around when
I
we want
love
it.
the chaos of this. I live for this kind of shit.
This is so chaotic.
I was trying to make it easier. But I did the opposite.
So now we have to share.
That's genius, honestly.
This is good.
I love the art.
I made it sound better.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I can't wait till you are in a conversation between you two and you're both just like throwing the mic at each other.
Someone's gonna
Green,
get cold clocked.
honestly.
Someone is gonna get cold clocked.
It is also too long. So
Oh, that's normally like good feedback, but okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
all right.
what?
What? Nothing.
Wow, they're in the same room.
hello.
Illusion
What?
shattered.
Shattered. Look at him. My immersion.
My immersion.
Oh my god, they were
Oh,
roommates.
Roommate.
Yeah, and they were roommates.
Just very good best friends.
Yeah, just good
That-
pals.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
History will say
Oh,
they were
God.
best friends. What are you looking for?
The chat, it went away.
Okay,
Everything is difficult.
it's really frustrating me that I cannot remember the name that I gave this turtle.
Maximize.
Yeah, what did you name the
His
turtle?
name wasn't maximized.
I don't
Was it
remember.
Donatello? I don't think
Oh.
we landed on
You
Donatello.
got it.
No, it was Donnie.
It was Donnie.
Oh,
It was
Donnie.
Donnie.
It was
Yeah,
Donnie.
sounds right.
maximize that window. The little
Thank
pop-out
you.
was there.
Oh dear god.
Okay, cool.
It was Donnie.
I'm
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
You all finish up your stories and finish up your
Oh, but
drinks.
water.
I know.
Settle up.
Zach's like, we're moving on now.
So, to recap, a poo shoveler,
Poo
a
shoveler,
poo diver,
poo diver,
undisclosed,
undisclosed,
and
children's entertainment.
Child presenter.
But
Child
there was
presenter.
there was often some poo involved because those kids, they can't hold it in. They haven't learned.
Yeah. they are
Sticky in the
children.
worst way.
Yeah. Oh well, aren't we all a little bit icky?
Sticky for that reason, though?
Oh, like you've never pooed yourself. Don't pretend you're
can't
better
say
than
that
me.
I can't say that I
You're
have.
not better than me. We've all pooed ourselves. Jeez.
You never pooed yourself.
Can't
Never.
poo yourself if you don't have clothes.
True, I guess. I
That's
mean,
true.
let
Very
ye
true.
let that person who has not sinned themselves cast the first stone, as the Bible
Pass
said.
the first poop.
This is terrible.
I'm sorry.
We had like 2 weeks off.
Maintenance-
3 weeks
maintenance
off, and
happened.
Everyone's lost it.
So, you finish up. There's probably one round that's bought for you by the tavern owner, and as you are traveling through here, you're kind of given the benefit of the doubt and a certain amount of respect as members of the post offices. But you head to nice, warm beds in the inn, and this will probably be your last solid sleep in a well furnished room for a good while. This is great. We have Taya, we have Colton on board.
I can't not laugh at that.
Just letting everyone know. It's like,
Zach, I'm so sorry we've derailed everything this evening. I'm so
This is
sorry.
perfect.
so sorry.
This is how D&D should be.
Mm.
And what I forgot to do at the beginning of this session, which I left last session on, is you were, as tradition in the post offices would have it, each given a object from the post offices lost and found to help you on your journey.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Got what I got. Do you remember?
Also,
what I got?
no, I don't. I don't remember.
I didn't tell you at the time.
Yeah!
Oh! So, you each have a magic item I have added to your character sheets.
Ooh,
You'll notice
okay.
2 magic items. But essentially, you go back to your room. You go back to the back to Donnie to look over it, to check that Donnie's okay. Daya, and you find a package in the kind of the 1-bedroom apartment underneath in the carriage, and you bring it out for everyone. So each person unwraps their little packages over food. Sackwad, I believe. Do you wanna? What did you say?
There is in my inventory a shield of almost luck
Yes.
and a glass portal which underneath says wondrous item.
Yes. So, so you unwrap your gift, and it is this like dark wood shield. Holding it up, it kind of like occasionally drips with like dark black ink. And overall, thank you, Rollstream, for the raid. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are going through magic items that the party just got. Sackwad, yeah, you've received this dark wood shield. This like dripping with black ink. It has this overall menacing and kind of design to it. The metal looks like it is in a state of rust. But over the top of the metal, and like clearly in a different hand at a different time, there's been various carvings made over it. There's horseshoes and four-leaf clovers and little charms, attached beads, and things like either tied or welded into this shield. If you click on the shield, it'll give you a description.
At some point, this shield was unbelievably cursed, about as cursed as you can get. Some hopeful, and now very deceased, tinkerer tried their best to inscribe, attach, and otherwise imbue the shield with as many good luck charms as they could. Once per day, after rolling a d20, you may instead choose to ignore that roll and take 50-50 chance to consider the roll a natural 20 or a natural 1.
Essentially, you just
Damn.
get to flip a coin at some point. After
This
you
is
roll...
very Sackwood, honestly.
Yeah.
Sackwood at this point is just Two-Face.
No, he
Not in the evil way, but just in the
Not in the evil way, just everything
just
else.
in the everything's 50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like you.
it's called bipolar, babe. Look it up.
Wow. Look it up.
Ooh.
Rude.
Colton, you open up this package, and it has this like little ring in it that just seems like it is made of stone. But as you look closer and closer at it, actually no. Wait, what's your item again? Yes.
Sorry. The ring of almost disappearing.
This ring, it looks kind of like it reminds you almost like like you're looking at a miniature, the top of a miniature well. It's this kind of like ring of stones that you're looking in one way and it is completely black, and you look in the other way and you can just see normally. You put the ring on and your finger disappears within it.
Cool.
If you look at your own description, you can see that this is essentially inscribed with teleportation magic on the inside, and you know, after kind of attuning to this magic item, which is something you need to do in 5th edition, just takes an hour of kind of being with a magic item to understand what it does and how it works. You understand that in this ring is a tiny little portal to somewhere else you don't understand. But as a bonus action, you can make it up to 6 inches in diameter, which is enough to fit your arm in, pretty much. But where it goes, you're not exactly sure.
Oh. Can I hold it to my eye
Yeah.
and try and look through it?
You look through it, it's just
Yeah.
black. It's just darkness inside.
Can I make it bigger and look through it?
Yeah.
Press my face into it?
Is
it cold in there? Is it cold in there?
It's not cold. It's quite temperate.
Is there a breeze?
There is no
Does
breeze.
it smell good?
It smells good.
Questions before he's answered previous questions.
Yeah.
It smells
I have
good.
a question, but I also have
No
more
breeze.
questions.
Can I? Actually, no. I will let everyone else do this,
Okay.
and then I can experiment. I have so many questions for my like hour of attunement. I'm like, I've got so many things I want to try. My attunement is just trying to stick different body parts into it.
See what it does.
No, I didn't mean that.
Let's see what fits, I guess.
Keeley, you unwrap your present and you see this ring, quite unlike anything you've seen before. It seems to be this, like, as you look closer, you think at first it's made of stone and a bit of green, there's a bit of different colorings on it, and then you realize as you look closer and closer, you kind of get lost in it. It's like what first you took as stone just looked like a miniaturized like mountain range, and you can see little touches of green that you realize as you get like really close, you can see like they're actually tiny little forests. And this little ring has its own like little misty like wisps of clouds over the top of the mountains, and this whole little world, it seems like. And as you put it on, you can see like almost like little creatures coming out and like harvesting like little bits of your fur and bringing it in to the mountaintops, and you kind of get lost looking at this thing for ages if you wanted to.
Yeah, I do want to. That sounds really nice. That sounds really nice.
As an action, you can produce any non-magical object that could fit within your hand. So, like,
Interesting.
yeah,
Like
the
a rock.
item lasts for a
Do you
minute.
like rocks?
Like rocks, they can be more. They can be complicated though. They could be like a dagger or
Pocket
a
watch.
pocket watch. Yeah. It lasts for a minute, and additionally, I believe it gives you the ability to refresh one of your first level spells as well. So once you've used it, it can replenish that. Additionally, Sackwood,
Yeah.
your ring, your sorry, what did you have? Shield. That will, once equipped, will give you a +2 to your AC, and Colton, your ring gives you a +1 bonus to all your saves.
Thank you.
Also, Colton, you should probably click equip on your like your armor and your shield and stuff like that. Just because I noticed your your AC was 9. I was like,
I just assumed that's what it was. I'm just in real life. I have the same level of intelligence as Colton.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah, you should click the little box on the side. Will let you
Yeah.
equip all your stuff, and then not only is it good for armor because it'll automatically add to your AC, but for weapons it'll come up in your attacks and whatnot, and it'll make rolling to hit and for damage a little bit easier.
Awesome.
And Daya, you unwrap this whetstone. It's got a sigil, like 2 interconnected circles on it. Do you want to describe? Are you looking at the description for your item? Yeah. Do you want to hit us with it?
Sure thing. While this whetstone is inscribed with the sigil of Saint Valera and cannot be used to harm a creature, she still understood the need to break chains. As part of a short or long rest, you may sharpen a bladed weapon with the whetstone and choose to cut through any non-magical object. However, the strike must not harm a living creature.
So once a day, essentially, you can choose to just slice directly through something, like cutting through butter. You'll be able to, like, you can, as you get this out, you can try it out now, and you can just, like, easily, like, your whole swing, it doesn't even take any effort, just slides directly through, like, stone itself.
Can you cut me a coconut?
Like watching you, and I'm like, I'm waiting for the food request.
I'd like to imagine that just because of curiosity, Daya might have, like, grabbed a butter knife while at an inn or something and just sharpened it a little bit, and then just not even without any effort, just let it fall through one of the mugs.
Yeah, just you put it into a table and it just sinks until it hits the hilt, essentially.
Yeah. Give it a couple smacks.
You also each received a glass portal. These are a one-use device that you can is fairly common. You've all heard of this kind of thing before. It looks like this sphere within which is like cloudy smoke.
Okay, I've looked it, so I can't do that.
These you've heard of these before, and they were kind of given to you as part of a standard like exploration package as you left the headquarters. Essentially, you can throw it up to 30 feet, and once you do, once it smashes on a physical object, you teleport it there. But you take 1d6 essentially falling damage once you do. But do note that it's only when it smashes. So while you may throw it 30 feet, you could throw it off a cliff and out to a place far, far from where you maybe intended to throw it or not.
Question.
Yes.
Can we throw them at each other? Like, throw 2 orbs at each other. And if they crash on impact, does it, like, you know how in Harry
We
Potter,
become one.
when you, like, teleport and you have that chance of, like, getting a bit, like, disfigured by it?
Yeah.
Would you teleport in, like, would you, like, merge? Because you'd be
Well,
the
now
same
I'm
point,
scared.
right?
Well, you each have one. You can try
can
that if you
merge.
want to.
No
You can
trying
take the
that.
risk
I
of
feel like
becoming a conjoined twin if you would
No
like.
spoilers, but the end of Inside the game.
Oh yeah, big blobby.
I feel like that's just a temporal headbutt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, to slap.
Yeah.
You're just gonna, yeah.
Colton, do you want to try merging?
Immediately waste 2 of these. No.
I forbid this. Stop. Immediately.
You actually just
forbidden.
You don't merge. You just Freaky Friday yourselves, and then you have to
Keeley
wait
is
till you-
holding. Keeley is holding yours. You're not allowed to use it in case you try and get like to a snack or something.
Okay, another question. I'm turning it to stack 1. If we smash this thing in a space that is too small for our bodies, are we compressed into like a cube? Is it like teleport the whole body at once and like we get weirdly like stuck in the wall? Or
no,
is
so
it like you
Oh,
come
dear.
out from the point and then you just can't, you know, and then you just die?
usually the way these things work, you are shunted to the first, nearest space that can hold you, but you take additional force damage. So you would be injured, but you wouldn't be melded into the wall. I don't know why you look kind of disappointed at that. Like, you're like, no, I wanted to
I
become
don't
a wall
want to have
person.
to try and get you out of the wall, okay?
I have a lot of fun daily thinking about what would feasibly logically happen if things like spells were real and how they would actually impact us.
Yeah.
Like on a molecular level. What would go wrong?
Like, if you think about it, if these things are pretty common, so they'd be like not mass produced, but they'd have regulations around them. Like they'd have safety regulations. Like, okay, well, you can't just, if someone messes this up and accidentally puts it in a crevasse, we can't have these people getting wallified, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like
So the
what if you
Wallified.
throw it down one of those ice crevasses that like sharpen to a point?
So what you're saying is that the production of these has a lot of red tape around it.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
The
Okay.
regulatory commission really took it.
Yeah,
down.
you'd have like 500 sorcerers and wizards working on adding red tape spells and sigils on the outside of these things, so that like finding every single way that people can
Oh yeah.
accidentally hurt themselves with.
The underwater defenses alone really took some time. You would not want to. 3 years ago alone, you wouldn't want to break these things underwater. You'd be like, your lungs would fill up with water. You'd be real in a real rough shape.
I love it. I love it.
Additionally, there is 2 potions of cure wounds. It's minor cure
right on.
wounds. I haven't added it to anyone's sheet yet because there's only 2 of them. So decide amongst yourselves who has each one.
I don't need it.
I don't need that.
Actually, I'm quite durable, so maybe I should have it.
It's true. Like you,
'Cause I can heal
you are
someone.
at the front.
You can give it to someone when they're.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You can hold it for us.
Yeah, exactly. Like it, yeah.
Colton can have the other.
He's fastest.
We're giving.
The
Okay.
healer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
That's true.
Wait,
That's
wait,
true.
wait. Keeley
But-
is quick.
My logic, right? Emergency pocket heal, just in case, so that you can save the powerful shit for other people. Right?
Take a little sip. You're also fast. You can get. Yeah, it depends how you want to do it, but you don't have to make the decision now. So next day, this is a full day. You've been traveling now. You get up onto Donny. You get into your carriage and you set off outside the gates of Mollybrook. You're waved out by the town guard. You head up north further. This takes some time. Let me change the music to be more appropriate for a travel across the land. Let me go. Forest Day, thank you. And you head off. The temperate climate that you're used to in Anktor gives way to a more wintry alpine feel. Fields turn into kind of larger fir trees as, one day turns into two. You're camping out. We kind of see a montage of the, sun turning to moon. You guys camping out on the side of the road in the lee made by the massive hulking form of Donnie as you kind of like make a little campfire. But it takes almost 3 days until eventually you find yourselves at coming close to the Rend. As you approach, it stands before you. Despite the sheer size of this canyon that seems to be just sliced through the earth as far east and west as you can see, it gives you the impression of something distinctly unnaturally formed. It's almost like a colossal fingernail has absent-mindedly carved it into the world. Beyond it, the world is distinctly different. The ground is broken and uneven, rife with chaotic plant life dusted with snow. The sky, even, is streaked with strange colors, as if portions have been assigned to different times of day. But you stand there on the edge of the precipice, Donnie kind of like snuffling around as you look down into this massive, colossal canyon. And looking further, you can see that there is this little track a few 100 yards away that leads you down, switchbacking, that's been kind of carved into the side of the cliff face. And you pull Donnie around and start to make your way down, and you can see like way down as this path kind of switches back on itself, way down. You can see a little bridge that crosses the canyon, not too far from the canyon floor, which has a river running through it. The bridge crosses, however, at a place that's a little bit the walls are a little bit closer. And you start making your way down. You notice that this path that you're taking is not. It's clearly parts of it are well kept, but it seems to be like almost a bigger job than whatever person or people are assigned to upkeep it. There's parts of it that are crumbling, but it's made with an expert hand. It's just parts of it aren't upkept. As we
Clearly no one's been this way before, or at least traveled.
Let me move. Ow. So, as you get further down, you start to hear voices. It seems to be a bunch of raised voices, and then occasionally you hear a very deep, defensive kind of grumbling. I need everyone to make a perception check for me.
You got it. 10.
Daya, you see a group of people on the bridge. You can't really make out from this distance what's going on, however.
I got a 20.
You got the 20.
Got a 20.
Colton, eagle-eyed, you spot that this group is clearly antagonistic towards each other. There is one figure, this massive, hulking, hairy figure that seems to be backing up from a group of regular-sized humanoids who seem to be some who are armed, and it's this group that is kind of like their voices are raised, and you can't catch out words, but you can hear raised voices. You're still a decent a decent distance away from them. What are you all doing?
Currently, I would be looking at the map and referencing my little pocketbook and all of the coins and stuff, and just going back and forth trying to plot out as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and like I just think that Diaz is kind of deep into this whole map and the pocketbook that her father gave her, and just absentmindedly sees some people and is like, yeah, whatever, and just kind of goes back to.
How far away are they?
Probably like another 150 feet away from you. They're kind of around the next. You have to get like around the next bend down the switchback path that's kind of leading down, and they seem to be on the bridge that is where you'll be heading to cross the canyon, to cross the Rend.
Sackwad is not thinking about these people yet. Not bothered.
Yeah.
In his lane. Whatever.
You kind of like take your time heading towards it. Keeley, do you say anything, or Colton rather, given that you're the person that spotted it?
I actually, considering Colton's intelligence, I don't think that he would be thinking of this stuff. So I think he's just a little bit wary of the fact that they've got raised voices and is thinking that I think Colton wants to hang back to see if they clear off on their own. Because if we get close, there could be an altercation.
Yeah.
And Colton's very conflict averse.
Yeah.
So. Definitely not pulling from my own experiences.
All of you pull up, kind of like you make your way down. The voices kind of get more clear, and as you're hitting down, you get pretty much level with the bridge. You're still a few feet away as you're kind of slowing down, and you see that the one figure that this group is kind of advancing on slowly. The one figure is this massive horned abominable snowman. He is a yeti.
Yo!
And you can hear his voice rumbling as he's kind of like backing up, hands kind of like half raised, and the group, there is some with torches, some armed. There is a town guard, seemingly like a person in somewhat armor and wielding an actual weapon. The kind of townsfolk behind him, probably half a dozen people, are kind of gathered, and you hear their voices raised. And you hear, "He's just a fucking child. What did you do to him? What did you do?" As they approach, and he's like, I'm not sure what happened. I wasn't here all day. I can't say for sure. As this massive form kind of like backs up slowly to this encroaching mob. "You better fucking have answers, and answers quick, or we will gut you. The only thing that's stopping us right now is we don't know where you put him. So you better fucking answer pretty quick."
Is this something that I would also be like hearing, or am I just?
Yeah, you're all hearing this
Okay.
as you're kind of close now.
Sackwad starts screaming and just sprinting towards the group. Just like ah! And sprints to the middle of the group.
You run screaming over there, and you hear the people like, yeah, now you fucking see what's for. The posties are here. And they're all like cheering you on.
I want to
Oh, yay!
grab my.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
monster took one of our kids.
Hello.
He was playing here yesterday, and he disappeared. It's this creep's. Hey, he's always spending time here. He upkeeps the bridge, so-called.
I want to grab my warhammer and then stand up from my desk and just kind of slowly peek out of the caravan, because I'm assuming I'm still in it.
Yeah.
Step down. Which is the person that's taken the child? Is it the?
They are laying these accusations at the yeti.
Okay. How big am I compared to a yeti?
You are medium-sized. You are very tall for a medium-sized creature, but the Yeti is a large creature. So where you take up a 5x5 space, kind of, he takes up a 10x10 space.
Right.
Oh, it's double.
Yeah.
Sakwad is in full mediator mode, and he thinks that he's actually quite good at this. And he's like, okay, so you say that he took one of your children, and then he turns to the Yeti and he says, "How does that make you feel?"
Not good, not good. I mean, I feel like they wouldn't be laying these accusations at like a bridge troll, all right? But because I'm, that you should. There's no such protections for a yeti. But I'm just as passionate about the bridge building and just as dedicated to my craft. And you see the bridge you're on is in pretty rough disrepair. It is, or rather, in the process of being built. And so there's still a lot to do on it. But I swear I didn't do anything with anyone's children. All right. Sometimes I'll ask for a few if you've got any spare coin for upkeep on the bridge. I think that's only fair. But and then you see like yelling from the townsfolk. He's like, yeah, we've been living under this creep's highway robbery for too long. You understand? He takes our money. And now he takes out children? I say we string him up from the bridge, and you hear from behind him.
Can I very quickly?
Yeah.
Just while this is happening, while it's all going on, are we within 30 feet?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I cast Sanctuary on the Yeti?
So do you want to do this secretively?
Yeah. I just kind of want to do it in the background. Takes a minute to cast. I just kind of want to.
It's a minute to cast Sanctuary?
Yeah.
Oh. Or is it duration?
Duration 1 minute. Never mind. No, I'm not going to then.
Because I think it's a casting time is like one bonus.
It's a bonus. Never mind.
So you can do that if you want, but yeah.
It's a full spell slot.
Right.
I think if it turns into a fight, then
yeah.
The moment that they mentioned that they want to string up the Yeti, I want to just. Mentally, the image is just like Dia poking her head.
Yeah.
Just around the silhouette of the Yeti and just like, fucking try. And I just drop my Warhammer to the pommel and just hold it. That's not how you solve your problems.
Okay, well, let's not escalate the situation.
And then I want to turn to the Yeti and be like, can you explain everything that they're accusing you of? And good job on the bridge, by the way. It looks great.
Thank you.
All things considered.
I appreciate that. I appreciate your kind words. So I was minding my business. I was seeing to the switchback path that you yourself went down. I wasn't here yesterday, but it appears that someone's youngling has gone missing, which I am I feel absolutely beside myself about.
I want to poke my head back out again and be like, when did the child go missing?
Went missing yesterday. Went missing
when
on
you
this
weren't here.
bridge. Wasn't my kid. He was Sabbath's.
Oh, sorry. Back to the Yeti. When you weren't here.
Yes.
What were you doing that day?
I was making repairs to the higher up regions of the bridge. Seeing that we've had a bit of snowfall recently, so I was clearing that off. Not easy, even for a abominable snowman like myself.
I just want to say, I just want Colton to say, why don't we find your kid? If the Yeti took him, and then I'm going to turn to the Yeti and say, is it all right if we search your home just a little bit? You can be there.
Yeah. No.
Just
feel free.
We can have a look around. And we'll find your kid. I mean, that's what posties are for.
Yeah, no,
We'll deliver your kid.
He's already been born.
Delivery.
We don't need to do that.
No, deliver him back to you.
Deliver them back. Yeah, I like that.
The guard, you see, looks at the people, and the people are still like muttering. There's an anger there. There's an anger that isn't entirely based on logic. He's like, "Listen, you're a post office. You're supposed to be on our side."
We are on your side.
Yeah, we want to
We
find
help
your
you.
kid.
Yetis send mail too. We're on everyone's side, so we're just gonna get to the bottom of this truth-like, okay?
If we're being fair, the Yeti keeps the bridge and the path maintained
You call this
the-
maintained?
to the best of their ability. Are you helping?
We have,
He barely has any funding. You're not giving him any materials. Look, sure, he gets coin. Who's going to sell building materials to a yeti? None of you.
yes,
Xenophobes.
It's quite hard. It's not a lot of I can go kind of as an abandoned quarry. I kind of pick up. Hello, my. And you see the guard is like, fucking what? All right, but he stays within your sight at all times. All right.
Deal. Deal.
You can come too, Mr. Guard, sir. We can all hold hands. It'll be a party.
I have my people to watch out for.
Against things other than the Yeti. Think about
If not the Yeti, what could have taken your kid?
So you admit that there's probably something else that took your kid then?
No.
You admit.
No. And you see him like counting in his head, like one. No. He's definitely the Yeti.
What else is out here?
It's simple. The Yeti's on this bridge, and our kid went missing from the bridge. All right.
But the Yeti wasn't here.
Are
Says
you
him,
a qualified
and you trust his word.
investigator? Are you a qualified investigator?
I'm a member of the town guard, thank you.
So not qualified.
I've done all the qualifications necessary for my position. I had boots, and I showed up.
So why aren't you going and looking for the kid?
That's
And
what
then
I'm
chasing up
doing.
this.
Because we
No,
know it's
you're
him.
trying. You are trying to kill someone when you have no evidence. So
Okay, well, we're not going to let you hide behind the power of your institution and use it to bully this here Yeti. Like we said, if the Yeti did in fact take your child, we will skin him alive. However, innocent until proven guilty.
no.
You can see the
No, we
Yeti
won't.
just kind
Innocent
of like
until
shrink into
proven guilty.
himself.
I want to just put a hand on the Yeti.
Yeah,
So
I'm
be it.
gonna,
we
I'm
won't.
gonna
No,
pat
we
him on the
won't.
back.
Thanks, guys. All right. I mean, we can start with my little hidey hole. Probably shouldn't call it that given the current circumstances, but follow me. If you'd all like to stay, the rest of you stay there. It's just so far. You're welcome on my bridge. This way, and this massive bridge is kind of like there is a center kind of stone pillar that rises up from the bottom. From the bottom of the canyon that this bridge is partially supported on, and where you are in the middle of it, you kind of walk down some kind of scaffolding on the side. So that this is built for the weight of it. Mostly supports the weight of the Yeti, so he kind of like has to go a bit gingerly, but the all rest are fine to walk down. And then carved into the rock itself is this little like cave. Little for him, but it's quite spacious for you. So this is where I keep my stuff. I found a weird looking bone, and you see like this kind of like a huge femur thing, like
I was
mounted
gonna
on the
say
wall.
like a very
Like, how
obviously
big?
child skull.
Very obvious.
It's the whole child skeleton still strung together.
Oh my god.
But it still has a little label attached that's like property of like this town, like son of like the guy that we just heard of like is the dad. Ooh.
It's like, there's a window carved on the other side, so you can see out this vista. It's quite beautiful. Seeing like these massive cavern, kind of like, or rather this canyon, kind of stretch out far from you. And this little nook that you're in, you can see the whole thing. You can see the water rushing through. You see like the cliff face and like little scraggly trees kind of reaching out from the cliff face, dusted now in snow and ice. She's like, yeah, this is home sweet home. There's my pile of rags. That's my bed. This is all my cool stuff that I've found.
What do you tend to eat? You know, like what's your diet like? You getting a healthy intake?
Yeah, mostly fish and a bit of rock every now and again. Where I can find a good one, bit of mineral. You know,
Yeah.
good for the gums, as I always say.
Can I pull out a third hat, which is a private investigator hat? And I don't know what they look like, but I just assumed that like a Sherlock hat. Yeah, I want to have a look around for bones of like fish.
Yeah.
But just like any bones besides the big weird femur that he found.
Yeah. You can all make investigation checks if you would like.
I feel like this whole time, Keeley's been like really, really quiet, just like observing the team, observing the townsfolk, observing the yeti, and this whole time has been just like making marks of like, okay, who's here and what are they doing, and who's like on the angry side and who's just staying quiet, who looks like they're being forced to be here, who like Keeley's just like basically making all these mental notes about all these people that are around her.
Keeley's still up at the top, sorry?
No, Keeley's come down with them, with everyone, but I feel like during that whole time, it's why she stayed really quiet. They haven't really noticed Keeley yet. She's quiet, she's small, she's taking notes on everyone that's around her and trying to figure out who exactly is the instigator here.
Okay, Keeley, make an insight check for me.
While this is happening,
yeah,
I'd like to just ask him about the local area, like what are the types of creatures are out there, because obviously been here a while. You maintain this bridge every single day. You're working hard. I can appreciate that.
It's an honest living. It's
yeah.
And like I said, the unions that the trolls have put up don't exactly include those of a northern persuasion. This can be hard. No union rates, no dental. It's a rough living for a yeti. Anyway, yeah. I mean, the area's gotten much more dangerous in the past. I mean, he looks up and he's like, they get a bit funny about it, but it used to be a lot safer, but things have been happening. People have been disappearing, and looks like my head's on the proverbial chopping block, as it were. But don't maybe mention it to them, but there's weird creatures about.
Describe weird.
What weird creatures? What have you seen?
Saw mostly just things at night running through the forest. See sometimes things flitting about in the canyon.
Do the children often go to the forest?
I don't really pay a lot of attention nor go near the children. They tend not to...
You haven't seen anything regarding the town folk whereabout or anything like that? Or?
But... And I don't know how good your sense of smell is, but generally there's a stink in the air recently. Something unnatural like,
Okay.
I rolled an 18 for my investigation on the bones.
You find a lot of the bones that you think you would in a large apex predator's den like this. There's got a fish. There's some small game. One thing that you find odd is a larger creature who seems to have like the bones are kind of like shattered, seemingly from a large impact.
Oh. I would like to gingerly broach the subject and ask what the shattered bones are.
Oh yeah, I found that. I think it's an elk. Seem to have slipped and fallen down. Although I couldn't say what it slipped and fallen from, because it's it was almost in the middle of the canyon where I found it.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's trying to hide his tracks on like fighting a deer? $12.
12. You don't think he's being very deceptive. He seems like not incapable of lying, but not practiced at it. It seems like what he's saying is true, that he found this creature had fallen to death, but it found it in a place where there was not any high precipices around.
How long ago did you find this deer? It's pretty cool.
That was just recent, actually. Picked a clean waste, not whatnot, as me old dad used to say.
Oh, so you found it fresh and you brought it back here to eat.
Yeah.
Can you show us where you found it?
Yeah. How good are your jumping legs? As in, like, if you take a tip forward, are you able to? Because usually I just jump from here into the water below, and you look down, and it's good, like, 50 feet down.
How deep is the water?
Deep enough.
Carry me.
As you're all, what did you get for your investigation, Zach? What did you roll on?
I got a 13.
I got a 14.
Oh, I haven't rolled that one yet. Investigation.
Yeah, Keeley, make an investigation check.
14.
14. Daiga and Keeley, like, especially as you were, like, asking about, like, where did you find it, kind of looking out at the surrounding area, you catch that there is a, like, markings on the outside of this pillar. Like, this pillar is naturally forming, but there seem to have been, like massive claw marks on the outside.
Like something trying to get up or out?
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
those your claw marks
No.
on that pillar?
Oh, no. No.
Did you find this elk after you started smelling the strange smell and seeing the things flitting?
It was about the same time.
I think something might have moved into your canyon.
He looks shocked.
Seems that way, yeah.
No.
Quick, throw up the elk! Throw it up!
What? I don't.
It's not safe. It might be poisoned.
He
Quick!
grabs the elk and just bodily hurls it out of his out of the thing. It goes flying out the window, tumbles out, and lands in the water in a splash. Oh, thank God!
No, you got the ones that you got to throw
What?
up, dude. You got to throw up.
It was a long time. It was a while ago. It's digested.
You're
Oh,
fine.
it's well
You're fine.
past.
I think he's fine, yes.
Oh,
I
you're
pooped it
haunted
into
forever.
the water from here.
So- What's your name?
My name is Peng.
Well, Peng.
I'm taking the name from About Penguins in chat.
Sweet. You said that there's a smell, right? Not my nose. It's been broken too many times. I can't smell very well, but you can smell this.
Smells
Can
like
you
burning.
guide us to it, whatever it is?
Oh, it's strong. You don't really smell it.
No.
Smell like.
Can any of them?
Smells like.
I feel like there's a strong chance I should be able to.
Same.
It is not necessarily a bestial thing, but a magical thing.
Right. Okay. So should I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
That's really a good idea, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Colton's stats and I'm just thinking
Oh,
that
23.
Whoa!
23.
Keely's being helpful.
Is it a nat 20?
No, Keely's Arcana check is just really, really good.
Okay.
23. As he describes this to you, you realize that, like, what he must have is some instinct of natural, like, intuitive instinct on magic, some kind of ability to detect, but it's not like necessarily what you would have casting detect magic. It's more like a divine, what he's describing as like a smell of burning or something being unclean. You realize is probably something a person more in touch with divine powers could ascertain.
Can I use one of my cool paladin abilities called Divine Sense because my nose is
Yes.
broken?
Ooh,
Yes.
I like that.
Please do.
As an action, you can detect any good or evil object or thing, entity, whatever.
Yeah.
There you go.
What is the rest of it?
You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or known location of any celestial, undead, or fiend within a 60-foot radius that is not behind total cover.
Do we want to go down to where the elk was found, and then you can cast that?
I mean, yeah, I was thinking that it might be something that would be helpful here, just because of the claw marks near the edge of the cave. But
oh no, it was like the pillar that was holding the bridge up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was like trying to climb up onto the bridge.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's trying to use that to get out of the canyon.
Yeah.
You have
so I think it's too big to use that switchback path. It's terrifying.
Daya, you use this. You kind of like, you're not necessarily have pushed this part of your skill set before. This ability to reach out and touch divine strands that stand beyond mundane senses. But you kind of sit there, concentrate, close your eyes. What does it look like when Daya senses the presence of evil?
I feel like it would be a single string in a void. And the string kind of just floats aimlessly. But as she becomes more focused, the string becomes taut and illuminates, and almost is like this projection of like the direction of where this thing is. So it's literally just, you know, the thing from Demon Slayer, actually, I literally just described that. Tanjiro's little scent thing that he does with his swordplay. It's kind of the same idea, I guess.
So it comes to you as a sense of smell?
More just like a compelling. So like it's almost like I can see the this divine direction, almost like kind of like a guard dog, I guess. That's kind of what I envision. Yeah. So like the string
an aura or something.
Yeah.
I like to imagine
that makes sense.
When Eleven from Stranger Things, you know, when she goes into that black void, and she connects with someone. So it's that kind of like you get a vague direction and you kind of get the sense that something's there. You're like shutting your eyes and you can just feel like a sense of like not terror but like dread or something if it's evil.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's a little bit of a better way to describe it.
As you reach out those senses, all of you like look around as Daya, who's usually like calm and in control, the muscles in her shoulders kind of tense, and Daya, you feel like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and you know that this thing is close. It is nearby. It is within 60 feet. Whatever this thing is, you feel a strong sense, like a pit in your stomach.
Can I try and hone in on where it might be? Like turn around, try and find it?
Yeah. You realize it is not clear, but you feel, you hone in, you concentrate, you feel that pit in your mind, this kind of like void of energy. Like it's seemingly up in the underworkings of the bridge, but you feel that ascending, climbing up and up towards the top of the bridge.
It's moving up, and I just want to beeline out and just go straight back towards the top, trying to follow it and chase it.
Daya, you sprint up the scaffolding, and you are halfway up before you hear the screams. And I'm gonna have everyone roll for initiative.
11.
Give me 1 second.
No, go to the right. It's a little box of its own next to armor class. Go up a little bit. Over to the left, just that one. Oh no. Got an 8.
Got an 8. Give me 1 second.
15.
We have Colton. Sorry, I'm desperately renaming things in Tailspire. But I think we got everything. I'm gonna have you all essentially open up the stream and
Yeah.
That is not what I wanted to look at. That actually is what your that's what your ring looks like. Actually, been using an AI. Didn't mean to show that.
That's
Get that
cool.
off the screen. How do I get it off? There we go.
That's very cool.
It's like a miniature Halo ring.
I know, right?
Yo, what? That's cool as fuck.
This is where you find yourself. On this bridge in this valley.
Oh, cool.
Let us get some good old battle music going. Board settings. No.
You're doing it, Zach.
I'm doing
You're doing it.
Let's go. Wind, Eerie.
Zach
Battle.
makes all of this stuff.
There we go.
This is all handmade.
This is all handmade. So, you and your companions are still sprinting up, out from beneath. Oh no, I dropped Colton. Oh no.
I'm assuming I'd be a great
Colton,
deal
no!
far
I
ahead
would.
Yes,
from the rest
you
of
are.
everyone else. Yeah, okay.
You're about halfway. Boom. Boom. We have. Let's zoom in here for because the Tailspire minis are great, but not all inclusive. So this will be our Daya. We have Keeley as a rabbit, and we have Sackwad, and everyone's favorite centaur, a regular horse.
A regular horse.
I'm in disguise.
So Daya, your initiative was
Oh fuck! I think it was 11.
11.
I think. Yeah.
Fantastic. And Sackwad?
15.
15 for Sackwad.
Oh, Sackwood. Sorry, yeah.
She thinks she's me.
Oh, right.
I got confused.
That is okay. 15 for Colton. Sackwad, what did you get? 8. And Keeley.
Always eating. I got 21.
21.
Damn.
We have our Yeti friend.
I love him. I will die for him.
The Yeti. Sorry, it is Keeley's turn first.
Oh god, what do I do? This is rad, by the way, not Keeley doing this. I have no idea what's going on.
Whatever you want. I'm gonna go grab a bite and then.
You're halfway down this scaffolding. You can hear screams up in the roof. You just saw I've kind of made the, but you've been kind of following Daya out as she ran, and you were only about less than halfway up before you heard screaming. So you can take the rest of your turn. I haven't actually talked to you about what you can do in combat in Dungeons & Dragons. So, every turn you have your movement, which for you, I believe, is 30 feet of movement. So it's just essentially, as you can see, the whole map is kind of broken up into squares. And so 30 feet of movement is 6 of these squares, as you can see. What am I doing? 30 feet, right? And then you've got your action. For your action, you can make an attack with a weapon. You can also cast a spell, or improvise an action that you think makes sense to do in one turn. And then you also got your bonus action. So for a bard, you can give bardic inspiration to your companions.
You're a bard?
Yeah. Yeah, so Keeley, as a bit of a backstory, is like, this rabbit folk who has like these like beautiful bells that are across her chest that never make any noise. Um,
And she
they're
wants
the
to be a pop singer.
I think in this instance, because Keeley has this like, Keeley can see this very strong bond between Sackwad and Colton, and I think Keeley feels that her only way to survive would be to, oh, well, not even just survive, but to feel like part of the team would be to try and become more close or more of a helpful part of the team would be to try and help like Daya, and Daya's already so much further forward with the team. I'm instantly concerned about that, having someone so far away from everyone else.
Yeah.
I'd probably do the bardic inspiration when it comes to helping out Daya in this situation, so it doesn't become a dire situation.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna say.
I hate you.
I'm also gonna say that one turn is 6 seconds.
Yes.
So like, if you're thinking about doing stuff in it, it's like, is it something you can do in 6 seconds?
Yeah. Every round. So it's kind of, it all happens at the same time. It's just that the initiative order is kind of who just gets out ahead of the rest of the people. So this whole one turn will take 6 seconds in real time. So like a minute is 10 rounds. So things are moving quite slowly. So bonus action, you call out to Daya, or do you play something for her? What does it look like when Keeley inspires her companions?
Well, generally the bells are used in a situation where like Keeley has no option for anything else. It's kind of like her most intense way of sort of projecting. I feel like this isn't that scenario. It's not where she's unable to get to like other options. I feel like the heckin' bagpipes have to come out in this situation.
What? I'm sorry. What? You're a little one-man band.
Yeah, that's basically the idea. Yeah.
Keeley, you see like twists, and from out of her bag or a pocket you didn't notice comes out like this, pulls out a series of pipes attached to bags, places them on her arm, and just starts blasting out. This instrument was built for canyons and sweeping vistas such as this. It blasts out, echoing over the space. And Daya, you feel inspired. You have a D6 that you can add to any attack roll or ability check or saving throw, I believe.
Okay.
But there's a little space that you can click for inspiration to keep your mind on it. And I can also change your base color for what would you like? What color would you associate with the inspiration from Keeley? Keeley?
I would probably go with like that like teal light blue right next to the lime green. I feel.
There we go.
Probably be a
You're
thing.
inspired. Keeley, would you like
So
to?
inspired.
You've got so that's your bonus action. Do you want your movement in any way? So you can move up this thing to get up close to the top. You've also, as a rabbit folk, you've got the hop ability, so you can roll a d12 and add that to your movement in order to leap over Daya, for instance.
I feel like I would want to be somewhere like where I can survey the team, but I can stay safe enough to continue being able to inspire the people that I feel require it at the time, Daya being that one right now. I don't think I would move in the situation.
Okay, stay where you are.
I really don't. I don't think I would.
Can I Can I make a very specific call on Keeley's character?
Yes.
I think
Yeah, sure.
Keeley has been or would be a really, really good secret shopper.
A very specific call.
Yeah.
Love it.
So specific.
Yeah. I know. I've been thinking it for a while.
Not where I thought you were going with that.
Yeah, I would have never expected it.
Hold on to that little
That's what
tidbit.
I'm
You
here
never
for.
know where these things might go. There might be a whole secret shopper arc that I've planned into the campaign.
You'll never know.
my
You'll have
God.
to wait and see.
Okay, so Keeley, that's your turn. You can spend your action. Let's just go on from there, and then we'll see. We'll go to Colton. Colton, you're kind of down here. What do you want to do? You can push through your companion spaces if you wish. Given that they are allied to you.
I was trying to move the map, like I was actually there. And I was like, why can't I move? Because I'm a centaur, I'm always like, yeah, I can go right into the center of battle. I'm kind of more of a healer. I want to get up to see what's going on, because if there are people that need help, I need to go and help as many people as I can, and like be a bit of a shuttle bus to get them out of danger. You know, like all of the townspeople are on the bridge. I need to get up there and help. So I have 40 feet of movement.
40 feet.
So I can move 8 spaces.
Oh yeah, you can get way up.
If you can get me up them stairs.
So whoop, I dropped you again. You can get all the way up to here, and what you see is the panicked townspeople backing away from a terrifying creature. It looks to be as if a pterodactyl and a mosquito have mixed. It is red-fleshed with this massive proboscis.
Is it under there?
And it is crawled over and is now flying. Menacing the creatures. You see someone. This woman has already gone down. Actually, none of them did. You caught this thing pretty early as it's kind of like climbing up over the side of this structure. But you see everyone's terrified. They're clearly caught off guard.
We should just move towns, man. This town's done.
It's a bad time here. Why would you stay here? What do you do?
Is the Yeti's cave or the town closer?
The Yeti's cave is just downstairs. The town is...
I want to yell at all the townspeople.
Yeah.
To get into the Yeti cave.
Because...
Or is that not?
Persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Oh! Let's see. 17.
17. You see there's hesitation from them as they're like they're clearly terrified. It is part of the reason. They're untrusting, but most of the reason is that they've kind of frozen up, locked up in what is like the most terrifying experience of their lives. But
I just want to be like, get downstairs, get to the cave.
Yeah, your voice carries. You've been in situations like this before now, and your command, even over this town guard who is clearly way out of his depth, your command carries, and you see them like looking now towards where you just have come from. That will be, I'll say that's a bonus action to kind of command them. Do you want to do anything with your action?
Yes, I would like to cast Guiding Bolt on this thing.
Sick. All right. Colton rears up over these people with your. I think we've said it before, but what is your? What do you use to channel your magic? What physical item?
So I have a little mirror. I've got this little handheld mirror.
That's right.
That my mum gave to me, and it used to be hers.
Is it like mum style? Like it's got like is it like mum aesthetic and it's got like all like shells glued to it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's like tacky. It's tacky white woman like
Yeah.
one of them little like flip ones.
Yeah,
I think.
it says on the back engraved "Live, Laugh, Love."
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. Live, laugh, love, Layla. 'Cause that's her name.
She invented that quote in this universe.
Yeah. Live,
I
laugh,
would-
Layla. She had like a brand of clothing after she became a famous sorceress. And she like had a whole bunch of stuff come out in like Bed Bath and Table and things.
I kind of like the mental image of like you made the mirror as a kid in like a project class or something, gave it to your mom, she made it better and then gave it back to you.
Okay.
Here you go,
so,
honey. This is how you gift someone something.
Yeah, no. So what happened is because like I was homeschooled, and so when I was a kid, she gave me this little mirror, and it was just plain. It was plain. It had an engraving on the back that was "Live, Laugh, Love, Layla," and so I knew that kids did art stuff in school, like gluing macaroni to paper. And so I glued like macaroni and shells and like weird stuff that I found on the ranch to this thing. And then she basically spent like a weekend on it, and she used her magic and made all of the additions silver as well. And so it's like this beautiful cast little silver mirror, flip mirror, and it's covered in little like silver shapes of like macaroni and weird stones and sticks and stuff that I found on the ground. But basically, I flip it open and I look into this mirror as I'm like doing like the sigils and things for this spell. And as I'm looking in the mirror, I see my mum's face over my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
And I turn the mirror around and I just like shoot out this.
Yeah, it essentially
this
like
spell.
you see your mum's face behind you, like walking with you, eyes forward, and
Yeah.
the light starts to shine so bright out of it, and then it becomes like a beam of solid light as you flip
Yeah.
it around and try and carve it through this creature.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll for me.
That is a dirty 20.
That is a dirty 20. That is definitely a hit. Roll for damage.
Excellent.
You slice part of this creature's wing, and it like shudders down. Is this what kind of damage is this? Is it force damage or radiant damage?
This is radiant damage.
Okay, so all of it cuts through. This like you see this the skin of this creature like bubble and pop as this radiant damage blasts through what is like very significant like kind of leathery armored plates that cover its body. Dealing how much damage?
17.
17 points of damage.
Damn.
Woo.
Yes.
Daya, it is your turn.
So I like to imagine that as Daya is running up these stairs, her eyes are still closed. So she's literally following this string wherever it's guiding her to go.
Yeah.
With like this kind of like faded out, almost like, you know how when Frodo wears the One Ring, right?
Yeah.
You can still see the environment around, but it's all distorted, right? And the moment that I get to the top of the stairs, it just locks on this thing, and I open my eyes.
It is in full view, and you can like with your eyes closed, you can see it entirely. There, its wings flapping. It is a much more monstrous form that you can see through your eyes, and once you open them, you see its true form, or potentially its true form is what you are seeing through your senses. But you can see this massive dire mosquito creature. It's not what it actually is, but you can see this creature bearing down on the townsfolk. You were quick off the mark. You saw it coming. You felt it coming before it managed to attack the townsfolk. So it's still climbing towards them. None of them are injured so far. What do you want to do? You have
so
enough,
is it? It's. Go ahead.
You have enough space, movement to run up all the way up to it, just so you know.
Right. Okay. So is it on? It's.
Sorry, I would also like to say the next attack on this creature has advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a good point. The shining light is kind of like still like emanating from the wound Colton caused.
Okay. So is it just? It's like literally just like on the bridge. Like it's not like hanging off the side or floating off the edge of it. Like I'm not gonna have to jump to it to get to it, right?
Its wings are beating like fluttering like dragonfly like. But its front legs are kind of like over, and then its back legs are kind of still clawing up the side of it.
Okay.
It's clearly massive enough that it has to kind of use both.
The moment that I see it, I just drop my my warhammer again down to the pommel, grab it with the other hand, and just sprint full force at it, and hit it with a thunderous smited warhammer.
Ooh.
So cackling energy forming around my hammer.
Yeah.
Sprinting straight up to it, just cold clocking it straight in what would be its temple.
Yeah, so bonus action, you see as you run, Daya's hammer starts to kind of like an after image after it as it glows with thunderous energy. Make an attack roll for me.
That is a
You
nat
also
20,
have that
baby.
ability
That
to
is a
cleave through.
natural 20.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh my goodness. That is an obscene amount of damage.
Two-handed too.
Yeah, so the way this works is you're going to double the amount of dice you roll. So this would be...
So 4d10, right?
No, so you did a Thunderous Smite, so that's 2d6.
Right,
so that
okay.
would be 4d6 plus 2d10.
Okay, it's
Holy
4d6 and
crap.
2d10. So
The D10
I could
is
just
your
do them one at a
two-handed
time.
hammer. Yeah.
Right. So the smites were what again, sorry?
Is 4d6 total.
d6. Can I note how many? 2,
Yeah, if
3,
you
4,
just keep
5,
clicking the
6.
same
There we go.
Uh-huh.
One of the die is stuck. It's still stuck.
Oh no!
It's still stuck. It's literally... Oh, this is bullshit. It's literally on the fucking corner, showing the 3, the 2, and the 1. Get fucked. All right, we'll do it again.
Yeah, just re-roll.
D6, 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
4d6.
Or 4. Fuck. God damn it. Clear. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There we go. All right, that's 16.
16.
And then you said the
2d10.
warhammer twice
Yep.
or once?
So 2d10 for the warhammer.
2d10. Okay, so there's 1. That is a 4. So that's 20. 23. No, excuse me. That's a 6. So that's 22. 25.
25 on 2d10.
Yeah. No, that was wait. I just clicked the thing once. It said 1d10, then. So 1d10 was a 1 plus 2, right? Because that's the strength modifier, which is 3.
Yep.
And then the other roll was a 4 plus a 2, which is a 6. So that's
Okay,
9
you
on the
don't plus-
hammer.
You don't plus the strength modifier twice.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. It's
Cool.
So it's a 1 and a 2. So that's the 3. That's the 1 roll.
Oh, you do giving the total. I thought you were giving me just the 2d10. All good.
Yeah.
All good, all good. So
25 in
of-
total. Sorry.
No, you're all right. So 25 total. As you collide with this thing, your hammer strikes it. It has to make a saving throw or else get knocked back. And it got a natural 1 on the die. So
Yay!
it flies backwards a good 10 feet. And takes a whopping amount of damage. You see as this thing hits it and radiates it, not all of that damage got through. You see, like, as your hammer, and you use your hammer just like, crushing living creatures. It seems to have some kind of resistance to it as it like reels back. But it has taken a colossal amount of damage. Sackwad, it is your turn.
I'm gonna chuck a javelin at it.
Okay. You're way down here, so you're gonna have to run up. You can make it all the way up. You can make it up, and then a little bit kind of make it to essentially here.
Yeah.
Little sackboard sprinting up to the top. You see this enormous creature. What do you do?
Throw a jab. Wait, how far is the distance to the fella?
It is. Fella distance is not that long. 40 feet.
Oh yeah, okay. I throw a javelin.
Yeah. Man, not a lot of javelins get thrown in my games. I dig it. I dig the opportunity.
Need more javelin.
Danny
So
DeVito throwing javelins.
you draw this and hurl it towards the creature. Make an attack roll for me. I'll say this can be the one at advantage since Daya didn't use advantage on her turn. So you can roll twice and take the higher number.
Okay, and then.
Your camera is also saying no signal. BT dubs.
Yeah, the battery died on my camera. I gotta charge it for a second then.
Fair.
Inventory.
Yep, and click the little square next to javelin.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. And so now if you go back to actions, you should be able to click on the +5.
And so I do it twice and take the higher number.
No, that was just once. That was just for Daya's attack.
No, Zach said.
Oh, did
Do I have advantage on this?
Yeah, I'm saying you can use the advantage from the guiding bolt since Daya
okay, cool.
didn't need it, as it turned out. just did the best option on the first one, on the first roll.
23.
23 definitely hits. Roll for damage. So roll it. It should say it next to your javelin, where you did the to hit. It should say attack or damage.
I got 9 and it has piercing.
Nice. Throw this thing, stabs into its proboscis as it's kind of like reeling back and going back towards a creature to run them through. One of the townsfolk. This javelin comes forward and it has to like barely dips aside as it cuts across its kind of like proboscis and across its head, avoiding a direct shot to the eye. Takes again, you don't see that. You see that not all of that damage gets through. But it is now the Yeti's turn. He runs up. I'm trying to control Tailspire through OBS. That doesn't work. Runs up carefully, steps over you, Keeley. Sorry. Climbs up. He is like terrified.
I love him.
He is, you can see as he gets up here, for all his hulking mass, he's not used to this at all, but he's going to do his best, and he's going to try throwing, he just, like, picks up a lump of boulder with one hand, and he's like, hey, no, this is my bridge, and just hurls this boulder, and poor guy, rolls a natural 3 on the die, just goes... flies off into the distance, and you see it splash in the water, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll get him Ben next time." As
he tried.
The soldier.
Do I see the boulder fly past me?
Yeah, this boulder splashes in the water.
Next time, buddy. Next time.
The townsfolk are gonna start running. Away as best as they can, and they can get, so all of them can get down with their movement and action, get all the way kind of down here. Boom. So they can take their 30 feet of movement and then 30 feet, use their action to dash as well. Running. And the town guard is going to remain at the top of the stairs. I dropped him off the earth. He's dead forever.
Rip.
Rip townsfolk.
Rip townsfolk. And that is also a townfolk. And it is the creature's turn now.
Fucking fight me, bitch. Let's go.
Oh no.
Yeah, you hit it most recently, but it's looking for easier prey. It flies over, following the townsfolk over the top, and sees a little rabbit creature, and swoops down towards you, Keeley, and is going to make a attack roll. So look to your AC. If this number is equal to or greater than your AC, that is a 14 total. What is your armor class?
13.
13. So this
Are you wearing
hits.
your armor?
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah, I should be.
Yeah.
I just mean like equipped in the thing, because other people forgot it earlier to put it on.
No, I think I equipped it when I was chatting with
You
Zach.
called me out?
No, I just thought someone might have made the same mistake.
Yeah, I've got like my leather on. There's like nothing really else to put on from what I can tell.
Also,
That's the leather's on.
Has everyone taken Click's long rest in their sheet before?
Mm-hmm.
Because I noticed that some people were missing hit points. Colton.
No, what?
Oh,
What do you click? How do you... I didn't. What are we supposed to do?
Should I be doing that too?
At the top there, yeah.
You'll be alright because you haven't taken any damage
Yeah.
so far.
Okay. Cool.
However, this thing swoops down, attacks you. You see it's like clawed, like almost like crab-like legs. It has this like exoskeleton, and kind of grabs at you and pierces into you, dealing 12 points of damage. And you are considered grappled.
How many hit points do you have?
I don't know. What am I looking at for that?
So you're in the top right-hand corner. It should say HP or hit points.
Oh yeah. 15.
Okay. So you take. So there should be an option there to kind of reduce it back down to 3. Since you just took. What did I just say? Yeah, 12 points of damage.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're healthy. You're a healthy little rabbit.
12, and then I put damage in. Okay.
Yeah. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, as well. As this proboscis kind of stabs into you and its legs kind of wrap around you, you feel its wings start beating, and you feel some kind of like numbness start to spread out from the wound.
And that is just me pressing on Constitution. Yes, like that's just the roll.
It should say saving throw in a little like your saving throw boxes should be in the left, but the round on the left side.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yep. So con, click that number.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's 3.
3.
3 plus 1, I assume. Yes, because my Constitution. Yeah. So would that be 4? Yes.
Yes. You feel this numbness spread over your body, and you're having trouble holding onto your bagpipes. You're kind of gripping them as hard as you can, but you're like losing all feeling as your body starts to lock up. The creature then, holding Keeley, draws away, uses the rest of its movement, about 10 more feet of movement, out to here. Oop, not, that's more than I intended. Out to about here. It is now your turn, Keeley. You feel you are grappled, and in the air, a good amount of feet up. You haven't fully experience the effects of this poison. You're not sure exactly what it does. You can still act normally, however, but you are grappled by this creature, and beneath you is swirling river, several, almost 50, 60 feet down. What would you like to do?
That is a fantastic question. I understand that. How does the rabbit hole work? Because that is 10 feet.
That would be 10. Well, it'd be a D12. You just roll a D12 and you move that many feet. However, you are grappled right now.
I'm grappled.
Yeah. So what you can do is you can use an action to break the grapple, and I'll let you hop out from that. But if you don't get enough to clear the distance between you and the railing, you'll drop.
But there's water down there.
There is water down there. There's also stones here. So it depends exactly what you want to aim for.
I could aim for the water.
You could aim for the water.
I could, because then I could get to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a possibility. That's a thing.
That is a possibility.
That is a thing.
So with your action, you can try and break out of this grapple. This is either an athletics or an acrobatics check, whichever you would like. If you can see your skill checks are listed alphabetically, you can pick whichever one is highest for you. This is a contested check, where the creature will also be rolling.
A little horsey has whispered into my ear and reminded me of something that we were given, which I had completely forgotten.
Yeah.
The glass portal.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a possibility in this situation?
Yeah. This isn't affecting your attack rolls in any way. You are going to take a d6 damage to kill this creature. Sorry, a d6 damage when you throw the glass portal when it shatters.
Right.
Where would you like to throw it?
Enough to. So many options. Also, I'm using the term horsey based on the model.
Yes.
It is okay. I do not find it offensive.
I find it offensive, but that's fine. I am also a tiny rabbit, but that's okay. I feel like that would be the best use of it. I feel like it would be best for me to use it to make it look away from the townsfolk. Because I feel like the point of what it did was to try and get to the townsfolk because it saw them running. As to whether or not that means that I bring it back to the team, though, or if I do aim for, like, the cliff face, that's where I'm open to thoughts on that one.
Okay, so you are grappled, and I should have said this more clearly. You are restrained as well.
Okay.
So restrained means that you will make attack rolls at disadvantage. So you'll roll twice and take the lower number. Now, to hit a specific space with this sphere is you're trying to just hit 10, right? So, and that's you plus your dexterity modifier to that. Now, if you miss, we'll roll to see how far off you were, depending on how much below 10 you were. So, if you want to throw something, you can tell me where you're aiming for exactly, and we'll see how far you are off when you throw.
And how far can I throw it at this point?
30 feet. So you could throw it essentially like in this kind of range.
I don't want to get the Yeti in trouble, man.
He's a sweetheart.
I mean, if I do, I want to get him away from the townsfolk. That's the biggest thing. Like, I feel like throwing it there, as much as I still have the railing underneath, it could catch me instead.
Mm-hmm. You could also you could throw it further over here to where your friends are.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
They're prepared to deal with giant bug, mosquito, red scaly thing.
So you are going to see where it just says dexterity, like up at the top, where your main stats are. Right-click the number there and say roll with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so upsetting.
Oh no, what happened?
One of them I rolled was an 18, the other one I rolled was a 3.
Oh,
Oh no.
Bitch.
rough.
I got a 5.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d4. If I get a 1 or a 4, it's going to essentially knock off a rock, not shatter, but roll into this hole, or into, and a 4 will be into this hole. 1 is into this hole, 4 is into this hole. A 2 or 3, it'll be north or south. So.
But I'm sure you'll tell us what happens when it happens.
Actually, I want to get chat. Chat, if you write exclamation mark D4 in chat, we can see.
Don't do it. It only hurts
what
us.
the fates of the world will say. Is that not a command though?
You do not add the command.
I don't have a D4 command. I have tricked you. I have tricked you, chat. Oh,
You're
no.
like, never mind, I'm doing it myself.
Okay, alright. My mistake? No, it should work. It just, yeah, I scammed you all. That's what I did.
Just trying to get you guys to talk. Fucking got you, chat.
Apparently, Nate's rolled it with real dice and rolled a 3.
Alright, Nate. I'm gonna trust your word. This clinks to the ground, rolls to the far side, and smashes. Again, trying to use Tailspire through OBS doesn't work. I need to roll. I'm gonna roll a d6 for how much more damage.
Funny that.
Yeah. You take 3 points of falling damage as you hurl this thing, and you see this glass sphere fly over, clink on the ground, roll to the far side, shatter. And Keeley appears. That brings you down to 0 hit points, I believe. Keeley.
I think so. Yeah.
Three more points of damage. So, where it stands, we're back at the top of the initiative order. Keeley unconscious. The creature having taken significant damage. But the rest of your party see this thing, this monster floating just outside range. You see Keeley escape from its grasp, only to land on the other side, raise her head, and then fall unconscious. And we will end the session there.
Fuck you. I want more.
Asshole. How dare you leave Keeley like that?
She gonna be laying like that for 2 weeks.
Wait, 2 weeks? Are we moving the schedule?
No, every other week.
No, every other week.
Yeah, but this was a move schedule.
It's true.
So we're changing it again?
Next week I have Christmas party and I'll be in Melbourne.
Okay, cool.
Come visit.
I thought you live in Melbourne.
No, I live in Sydney with Angharad.
I stole her. Stole.
Oh.
Yeah, remember
I'm
their
saying
roommates.
that we should catch
Yeah,
up.
I always
They're
thought that was weird.
roommates.
I was like, how are we gonna catch up, dude?
No, I moved back up March last year.
Yeah, let's catch up.
Actually, the 7th. Oh no, it doesn't matter because no, it does matter. The 17th, the Friday after as well. We have a birthday dinner for my sister. So
which one are you missing? Which one are you missing?
Me sitting in my hotel room blowing off my work party. You're like, guys, did you watch it?
Then the Friday after is Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I feel like probably we'll try and find sometime. Maybe it won't be on a Friday, but we'll maybe find a time to do. We're gonna have a little Dungeons and Dragons one shot for charity for Cure Cancer.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a Christmas themed one shot, and I'll tell you what it's about right now. So for each one shot, I'm doing it one shot for each of my campaigns that I have going, and for each one, it will be a D&D-ified version of a classic Christmas action movie.
Oh hell yeah!
And y'all will be doing Home Alone.
Oh my
god!
Zach, oh my god.
Amazing.
So yeah. So look forward to that. We'll probably have to not do it on a Friday, but we'll try and find a time within the next few weeks. I know it's a super busy time for everyone, so I'll be as flexible as possible.
How dare you leave Keeley like this until the new year, basically? Fucking
Keeley's life hanging in the balance. And you don't even know what happens when you're at 0 HP, which makes it all the more hilarious.
I'm pissed.
That is fantastic.
We're gonna have
I just
words,
want you to know.
We're
I want you to
words.
know.
Yeah.
I was full on about to sprint to the other side and jump after this thing and
Yeah,
just
I know.
grapple the fuck out of it.
So mad right now.
Everyone forgot, and I'm
mad.
sorry that I metagamed, but I wanted it to, be fun and not stressful.
Yeah.
No, I
was-
appreciate it. Because
No,
I was like reading through myself, like, oh, what can I do? Like, oh, and then I'm grappled, and I'm like, I don't really know what grappling does,
Yeah.
really. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, a
thank
lot
you
of
to
these
everyone for
things I
dealing
throw
with
out
my
and
potato.
forget that they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and get in more of the mindset of explaining because like you and Rad and Daya haven't Rin, all of you haven't played a super large amount, so I'll try and do that more. But no, that's not metagaming at all. Like your character would have known that they had this magical item,
Yeah.
100%. That was a daring escape though. Like you are unconscious and you are on the path to death. But
Heck yeah, let's go. Don't do things by halves, team.
I had so many fucking backup plans. Like, if you failed the roll and it didn't shatter, I was literally just gonna stomp on it on the way over.
Yeah.
Or like,
I was legit gonna have it fall through that hole and like fall all the way into the water.
yeah.
Imagine if it
Then I
didn't
just
break
lose it.
and
Yeah,
you just
it
lost
wouldn't have.
it.
It wouldn't have, and it would just
Oh,
be drifting.
What if? Oh my gosh! What if it breaks like 3 weeks later?
Yeah.
I'm just gone suddenly.
Terrifying! Oh my word! Like underwater as well, or like in a waterfall.
Yeah. You just appear in the mouth of a giant shark or something.
Yeah.
It bites through
Halfway
the-
across the fucking continent.
I desperately need to wait, but then I will be back to do more things. Give me 1 second.
Yes.
Desperate we. Got it. I desperately
was-
want to know what's going on with Keeley, but okay, it's fine. We don't get everything.
Okay, bye.
Later.
Oh, see you, Rad.
See you, Radley.
That's fair. Yeah.
Doggo needs love.
He does.
Doggo needs love.
He does.
I was-
He just thinks that 9 o'clock he needs to go to the bathroom, but he doesn't. He's a working dog. He regularly holds it all day because we take him out in the morning and then we take him out after his dinner. But then, like, bang on 3 hours after he has dinner, he's like, "I really need to go again," and I'm like, "It's just habit."
Mom, please. It has to.
I got
we need
it.
to go.
Coming out.
Creature of habit, structure, whatever, right?
Yeah. One of my snakes, actually, the snake that is behind me right now.
There's no snake behind you. It's just a Colton.
So this is my snake. You can see her there. She got out and she just hid under the couch. Like there wasn't an issue. She didn't leave the room. Was perfectly safe. She's not really big into hunting. Would never survive in the wild. But the dog got so stressed out because this happened at nighttime. The dog got so stressed out that he did a poo outside our bedroom door.
Oh. Our snake's an idiot.
That's not what you want to wake up to.
No. Dog
You're the
poo, and
snake?
then you're like, good. The door's open, and there's no snake in there.
Man, I was gonna fly
Oh
away
God.
with Keeley. By the way, I was just have that monster just
Yeah.
be like, bye.
Just not about to let that happen.
I shot your plans, but I also might die, so...
Dude, I literally was sitting there doing the math. I was like, okay, well, the water can... The yeti, Peg, can literally jump off this thing and land in the water and be fine. Surely I would be okay. The water has to be deep enough. Fuck it. I don't even give a shit. Full send, whole ass, or no ass. I'm jumping off the edge of this shit.
I was considering trying to convince Zach that I should be able to use athletics to try and lasso the rapidly paralyzing body of this rabbit from these claws.
I mean, you definitely, I would say,
you did nothing.
have proficiency in lasso.
Yeah, because I was like, if I do dexterity, it's garbage.
You know, I thought about it, like, as I was running up the stairs. I genuinely thought, you know, maybe it would be a good idea, because, you know, Keeley's not coming along. It might be a good idea to just maybe Shield of Faith, right? Put a little protection on him. And I was like, fuck everything.
I was gonna do Sanctuary.
Touching these is fun.
Oh, Sanctuary is interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna do Sanctuary, or Shield of Faith, because I was thinking when you're like, all right, does 14 hit? And Keeley's like, it's my AC's a 13, and I'm like, if I'd done Shield of Faith, that would have been a 15. That would have saved her.
Tears.
Maybe next, I just lassoed the giant mosquito and ground it.
Just yeehaw it all the way down to Earth.
Tie it to a part of the bridge.
Oh yeah, I know about ranching.
Maybe the more pressing thing would be like making sure that Keeley doesn't fucking die.
I mean,
You guys just keep hitting the big flappy thing. It's fine.
Fine. It's my turn next. I have a whole plan. I have a whole thing.
Oh, cliffhanger plan.
Cliffhanger
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
never know. It's mine.
It's called burning all my spell slots on a rabbit.
Just don't burn the rabbit, please.
Right?
Yeah.
Fair. All right. So, Zach, you're doing your one-man show now, yeah?
I'm gonna do my one-man
Alright.
show.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Cool.
hang out with chat for a little bit. I can actually respond to people and such things. Thank you
sounds
all for
good.
joining though. I'm gonna write all your cool things in chat. I think there's a Rin. Does that work? Yeah. And then if I write Red, that works. You can find
Yeah, nice.
Taya, where can the lovely people find you, and what are the cool things that you're doing?
I am working on a really cool game called Chorus. It's being written by David Gator, who wrote Dragon Age Inquisition. It has the voices you may know of Laura Bailey and Troy Baker, and a bunch of other really cool people that we haven't announced yet, but I can guarantee everyone will be really, really excited. And we will slowly be releasing content and trickles of cool pictures from that next year.
Hell yeah.
And so you can find that over on my Twitter, which is just Taya Godson.
It's in chat, everyone.
There
you should
you
go
go.
there. You should follow. That's very good.
You should also follow Summerfall Studios, which is the company I work for. We're making some really cool stuff.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Rad has an award-nominated podcast that you all should check out. Queens of the Drone Age.
Oh, buddy.
Let me find the link for that. Oh, I never even did my tweet. I never tweeted. It's here, unsent. Amazing. I'm so good at this.
Oh no!
I will be sure to remind you in the future.
Thank you. Rin, where can the lovely people find you and all the wonderful things you do?
Literally any social media, anything, Ren_Vixen. 5 days a week I stream, 7 hours a day. On Twitch.tv.
And Ms. Radcall.
generally you can find me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all Ms. Radcore. Nice and easy. Apparently no one else wanted that name. At the moment I'm actually taking part of ANZ Bitfest. So I'm actually streaming 10 days in a row, which I've never done. I'm a pretty anxious person. I normally stream like 4 days a week with like gaps in between to make sure that I can reset my brain. But yeah, 10 days in a row with 3 days in. Yeah!
3 days in a row. Let's go.
You're killing it. You're fucking killing it.
All right. Thank you all for joining. I'm gonna solo bolo this. So
All right.
Thank you, Zach, for the story.
Thank you for the story.